Well, hello there, tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Spark. Now, before I do get into this review today, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who showed up to my stream today. It was a lot of fun, and holy cow, you guys are really strange in the chat. Oh my gosh, like the people who were chatting, oh my gosh. But it was really fun, and I plan on doing more streams pretty much every weekend, I think, at this point. But yeah, anyways, getting on into today's video. So the Spark. Now, why did I choose to review this tank out of all of the tier 6s? Well, it's one that I kind of forgot about for a little while, and when I came back to it before today's stream, I was kind of just warming up in some random tanks and testing my stream quality. And this was one of the tanks I pulled out, and oh my gosh, I forgot how OP this thing was. Oh my goodness, this thing is absolutely insane. And I'll get into that a little bit more later, but first, let's take a look at the tank's stats. So, starting off with the tank's gun, this thing does carry an autoloader, a 3-shell autoloader to be exact. And as for the damage on it, it deals 160 damage on its standard, 135 on the premium, and 175 on the HE. As for the penetration, it has 139 millimeters of standard, 194 millimeters of premium, and 42 on the high explosive. So the premium pen isn't actually that bad for a tier 6. And it's same with the alpha damage. Now, this tank deals so much damage so quickly. But yeah, anyways. It also carries 10 degrees of gun depression, which is really nice. And although this thing doesn't really have that much armor, it's still nice to just have the gun depression to begin with. As for the tank's accuracy, the gun has 3.7 seconds of aim time with a dispersion of 0.326. So it's not too bad, actually, and that aim time is it's okay. It's not the greatest, but again, the gun's not terrible. And its top speed, so in terms of its mobility, it goes 60 forward, which is extremely nice, and 20 in reverse, which is also extremely nice. The mobility on this tank is excellent for a medium, and you're not going to have any issues getting up to its top speed or traversing the map. Now let's talk about the armor profile, and this will not be a very long armor review, simply because it doesn't have much armor. But you can see here we're using a Cromwell to shoot at this thing, and because I figured that's just kind of a good counterpart tier 6 medium to use. And you can see here the armor's kind of troll, so it has a lot of like red, like weird reddy, like auto bounce zones here, especially on the side, and even on the side armor here, so like not the entire thing isn't completely pennable at certain angles, but overall, even with AP, the Cromwell can just kind of butter right through it, because you can see here it's only 63 millimeters thick, and the rear is 35, so you can get HE'd in the rear. Sorry. Same with the turret. The back of the turret can be HE'd by certain tanks. Anyways, enough of the armor, let's get into some gameplay. Now, earlier before the stream that I had today, I was testing out this tank, like I said before, and I had an extremely good game in it. So I will play like 1 or 2 live games, and then I'll show that replay, and because I feel like that replay really just shows how good this tank can actually be when you get a situation to farm in it. And now, why is this tank actually so good? And it's because of the gun. That clip is insane. And paired with the tank's pretty decent mobility, you can just absolutely nuke people. You can, like, run up to someone, like, clip them, and then quickly back up because of the nice reverse speed. And this tank doesn't actually have that bad of DPM either for a tier 6 autoloader. It has about 1700 DPM. And again, that's not terrible. The total clip reload is not actually that bad. And this tank does have a 1-second intro clip. So like I said, this thing does play like a TVP. And you can just absolutely nuke people. Like dump your shells in, and then yeah, it's just absolutely insane. So we are on Yamato Harbor for our first battle. And up against us we have another, like, quite a few tier 6s. And so I'm not too worried about that. And a lot of them are mediums, so they will be going over this way, I'm guessing. So let's see. Here we have the Y5 Firefly, and you can see there, even though we missed 1 shell, we still did over 300 damage, and he is not too happy about that. Oh no, I wouldn't be either. Getting clipped out by this tank is probably one of the most unenjoyable things in tier 6. It's it's so bullcrap, dude. This tank is so strong. I'm actually really surprised I don't see more of these things running around. Yeah, but anyways, let's see if I can get some shells into this Sherman Firefly. Can I get one in? No, I can't. But that's okay. It doesn't matter too much. Our M4 Sherman has just lost all of his health, and I plan on pushing up aggressive to this spot right over here. Now you can see here the power to weight on this tank off the line isn't that amazing. The overall mobility is pretty good, but again, this tank off the line is pretty awful. And you can see here, though, you don't really need the mobility to do that much damage. That clip is so amazing, as I will say many times this game and all the others I will play in. This clip is absolutely insane. So we are going to load our premium shells and get a 24 damage kill into that guy. And we're going to move on up and get our last 2 shells into the Sherman. Well, actually, that one bounces. Crazy how we bounced a Sherman Firefly. But anyways, even with that, we're still doing okay here. Now, I am going to hug this rock because I don't want that Sherman to shoot at me. I want him to shoot at my teammate. And here we go. We finish off the Sherman, and the Leopard is now running away. So let's see if I can get at least a tracking shell into him, and we get 1 into his rear. So, yeah, I mean, so far we're at 1,200 damage, which is not terrible. Not the craziest game, but for a tier 6, 1,200 damage is already okay. And we're not done yet. There's still 4 tanks left to farm. So here we see the scent has now dropped off of his TD camping bush, because, you know, that's a great TD right there. Oh, yeah. And we absolutely destroy him with our clip. And, yeah, getting, like, 400 damage clips in this tank in tier 6 is really stupid. Like, it's honestly really stupid. And just that 1 second interclip, paired with the fact that this tank, again, doesn't have that long of a clip reload in general, is just absolutely amazing. And here you go, we get 3 bonks into the Churchill 3 for 476, and we're, just like that, we're already at 2,000 damage, and he gets cleared. Yeah, all that's left is a Leopard who has, like, barely any health, and an ARL who is also a tank destroyer. Look at this tank destroyer ARL right here. I don't even know if I can pen him anywhere. We're gonna try, though. We get 1 shell into somewhere, and then the other one into his cheek. I don't know where that first shell penned him, but I'll take it. And just like that, he's dead. And, yeah, pretty solid game. We've already gotten up 3 kills. Now, I don't know where this Leopard is, but if I had to take a wild guess, I'm going to say he's probably over here somewhere. Since he obviously wouldn't be on our medium side there. Yes, there he is. The little stinker. Unfortunately, that shell just would not have penned him anywhere, regardless. Yeah, so I'm going to reload my clip again. And we're going to hunt down the Leopard. Let's see. Is he going to run into our entire enemy, or our entire team? Or is he going to let me get some damage into him? That's the real question here. Right now, it looks like he's going to be YOLOing into our team. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, is he going to turn around? Yes, he is. Oh, yes. Come here, Leopard. Come here, Leopard. Let me shoot you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come here. 1. Oh, and we high rolled him. So there we go. Got the clear. And the M6 is telling him who's boss. Anyways, that was a pretty good game, showcasing the tank's abilities. And basically all of the games that I play in this tank are similar to this. You just absolutely farm the crap out of the enemy team. And you can see like that, 2,500 damage in tier 6 is absolutely insane. And we aced the tank first game. And you can see the rest of our team didn't do too great, but that's okay. Now moving on into our second battle. Let's see how Wargaming, if they load us in really quickly or not. But yeah, now in terms of how to get this tank, well, at the moment I don't really know if Wargaming will ever release this tank again, because it was in a battle pass for about $10. And I think a lot of people got the tank, but I just don't really see many people use it, which is kind of surprising to me, because of how strong it is. But yeah, I feel like Wargaming did have an event at one point where they did release Battle Pass tanks, where you could get them in like crate or something. I don't remember how it worked or if it was even a thing. Maybe I'm just making stuff up in my brain, but I feel like there was a way to get this tank after the first Battle Pass release. So I'm not sure. But if Wargaming does ever release this thing again, I highly recommend you pick this thing up because it's an absolute blast. And I've played this thing in, unfortunately, to say this, I have played this thing in a double platoon, and it's just so broken. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, not much else to say about this thing other than it's absolutely insane. So let's see if we will load into battle soon. Yeah, there we go. Finally. After a minute 20, we have loaded into a game, and this time we are on Ghost Factory, and we have some tier 7s against us. So that'll be a pretty interesting game to see how this thing does against tier 7s. And I can tell you from experience, this thing is actually pretty good against tier 7s. The pen obviously is going to be a little bit of an issue, but your premium pen is not all that terrible. So you will be able to cut through some tier 7s, at least frontally with your premium, although I do recommend you just flank in this tank, as it is a medium. So, our team seems to be going left, which is, it's not a terrible thing. I mean, I normally don't go this direction, but on this side of the map, medium side, which is over there, is not as good as the other side. So, I'm not too mad that we're going this way anyways, so we'll see how this goes. And maybe their team will also be over here, although I don't think so. It doesn't seem like they would be with the lineup they have, but we'll find out soon enough. I'm going to motor my way on towards their spawn, as I have not spotted anything yet, so they're not over here. And hopefully, oh hello, we have a silencer who is late to the party, and very interesting play by him to kind of just sit here and stare at me. But yeah, we will see what we can do. Apparently there's 2 tanks back here, so that's interesting. One of them is AFK, and then one of them is a really bad silencer player. I mean, sorry to this guy, but yeah, this guy's not very good. Don't really know what he's doing or what his plan is, but yes, I will push on over towards this dip, as I don't want to stay in the open too much longer. And let's see if I can get a shell into this silencer, finishing him off. And let's see if I can get a... Oh, unfortunate. I was hoping to get a shell into the T-34, but our teammate decided to kill him instead. So, yeah. We're already at 500 damage, and we haven't done a whole lot this game, so I'll take it. Now we have the SU-100 in front of us, who hopefully is going to shoot someone else on my team. But it seems like he's just sort of holding his shell. He does shoot, and we do get 500 damage into him. Oh my goodness. This clip is so dumb, as I've said before. And yeah, absolutely insane. Anyways, we have the Tiger P off to our side, and we have the KV-1S. Luckily, he's using the non-derp gun, or the non-big gun, and oh my gosh, we just rolled him for 568. We're getting some nice rolls in this tank this game. Oh my goodness. 568, absolutely insane. This is literally a tier 6 TVP. I don't even know what to say. And here we have the Tiger P. Unfortunately, he angles last second, and he actually does pop his tungsten and shoot us. But we still out-trade him, even though he has tungsten. Because you know this tank is fair and balanced, right? Yes, you do. And, yeah, there's not much else to say about this game. This game is an absolute steamroll, and we're just going to get a couple of shells right into the Tiger. Unfortunately, one of them doesn't pen, so I don't get the clear, but our silencer, or our Comet, will get the clear. So that's good. And all that's left is the Basilisk. So hopefully I can get a full clip into him. But we will find out. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Basilisk. How would you like to get clipped out? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I don't know if that second one even penned, but oh well. We dealt 2,400 damage, and that was a very fast game. I mean, their team kind of threw, especially when they had the one AFK and the one silencer who decided to go by himself, which you should never do in this game. Don't do that. Just don't go by yourself. And we got a first class, and we also did top on the team. Pretty good game. We did higher than the tier 7s in this game, too, in terms of damage. Now, like I said before, I do have a replay that I saved from earlier, and this was actually the very first game I played in this tank. So I figured, why not showcase this amazing game and see what happens in this battle. So we're on Rockfield, and this is a tier 7 game again. Up against us we have tanks like the M4 FL10, which have really, really nice guns. And yeah, I don't know why I shot that shell in the beginning, but oh well. I guess I'll never find out. Yeah, and I'm just testing out my stream here, so if I do weird camera movements, that's why. It's because I was testing out to see how laggy the stream would look, or whatever. But anyways, we're going to make our way over towards medium side here, or yeah, I believe this is medium side. I don't know. But anyways, seaside. We're going to call it seaside. And for now, I'm just going to spot out mid because I don't know where their team is, and they still have not been spotted as of right now. Which is kind of strange because our team has pushed up quite far. So, yeah, we do actually spot the the Thunder, and you can see there, just like that, in a matter of like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, we deal 490 damage into that Thunder, and he's not too happy about that at all. Yeah, so great start to this game already, and you can see here, look at this Hellcat go. Oh, yes. And just like that, we get another huge amount of damage into him, finishing him off for 600 because we do set him on fire. Yeah, so we're already at 1100 damage, and the game has just started. So we are going to be able to do a lot this game already, and let's see if we can get some shells into this M4. We do get 1 pen into him, and unfortunately our second shell misses. And are we going to get another one? No, I'm going to decide to reload my whole clip. So that's the thing about this tank, is if you have a couple of shells left, like 2 or 1, just reload your whole clip, because the whole clip reload is not all that long, so it's better to kind of just reload your whole clip so you can get the max amount of damage out. And you can see here, just like that, the agent is now dead. And this was a very quick game, but we're already at 1700 damage. And in about 4 seconds, we are going to have some more shells for these guys. So I'm going to target the SU as he's kind of by himself. So we get 1 shell into him, and unfortunately, our teammate picks up that kill. But I'm going to, like, save my shell there and get the clear onto the T-25-2. So, all that's left is this guy right here, and this guy is such a Giga Chad that he YOLOs all the way around the map right here. And look at this, Giga Chad player right here. Oh yes, rams me full speed ahead, and I deal 700 damage with the ram and the clip. So there you go. That was a really, really fun game, and a really insane game of showcasing just how easy it is to get damage in this thing. And you can see there, with that game, we actually did about 2,700 damage, which is quite impressive. And the rest of our team didn't do all that great. But yeah, there you go. That is the Spark for you. An absolutely insane tier 6 tank. And one that I, again, highly recommend you pick up if it's ever available again. I don't really know how Wargaming would ever introduce this thing again, but again, you never know. They might have some sort of crates where you can get the Battle Pass tanks again. But anyways, if you out there enjoyed today's video and you are not yet subscribed, I mean, you should. Why not? It is free after all, and it's a fantastic way to support my channel and the content that I do post almost daily. Anyways, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.